Hi, welcome back to Art Table Talks. Today we want to discuss understanding your artistic style. So, how would you define your current artistic style and what makes it uniquely yours, Eve?
I don't know. It's really hard. I think because, I see artists do like the same thing, like exactly the same thing, and they're happy, and it's great. And I immediately recognize this artwork as their own, and maybe they might change the surfaces of what they do, but I get bored, and I kind of wish that I could niche down and do this one thing, this one style on this one thing, because I feel like that's what's being told to you to sort of do that. But I can't. And I just released a coffee table book, which is part of my workflow process, which is just really fun, sort of dorky pictures. And then I'll do high-end artwork for luxury clients. And then one of my exhibitions, which is ongoing, is like pop art and it's stylized portraits. So it's just really, I think the one common thread that I see, because I think it's hard to analyze your own work, is that I like bright color. And I use, especially if I'm doing artwork that's related to a culture or a place, I always try to incorporate specific elements from the environment. Like I'll take color palettes off photos that I've taken in that specific spot. But other than that, I don't know how to describe my style because I think it's just random. I don't know.
But when I see your, I'm like, oh, that's Eve.
Oh, that's so interesting.
You can recognize it.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Well, I definitely recognize yours. So I don't know if you're both of you. So I don't know if you have that same inability to see your own style. I mean, do you find that, Kate, or you're?
Yeah, yeah, because I think I guess like you said, it's like your perspective, and when I see yours and it looks very professional and like put together, and Leia's, of course, is just beautiful, and I'm like,
oh,
this
yeah,
is nice, and then I'm like, mine looks like poop. What am I doing?
Oh,
stop saying
so
that.
yeah, that's probably your perspective on it. Yeah, because I think mine just, well, because we draw inspiration from so many other people, and so you're always kind of pulling different things. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really think I really have a very good. Maybe that's it. I just don't like my style. I'm still working on it.
I love your style, and it's definitely like I can see it, yeah, and I can see that it's you. And it's funny because, like when you have your own style but something else resonates with you, I love the lines. I love the fun. I think your artwork's really fun.
Yes.
And it works so well on the surfaces that you put it on. So it's quite interesting I think, I don't know if other people have that problem, but we do. You and I do. So now we have to see if Leia. So you have the same thing.
Yes, I do. Because my stuff is usually easy to spot because of the geometric motifs and patterns, but other artists are doing that too. So I can't really describe what's my specific style. But people often tell me, yes, I recognize your work immediately. I can put my finger on it, but I love both your styles and I can relate to that. Having difficulty to talk about my own. I love the way Kate just draws anything with such ease and fun and colors, and your pop art. I know I love that pop art portraits.
That's so cool.
Collection of yours.
Yeah, and you're like very detailed too.
Yes. Me or
both? Both. Y'all are very much like
It must be
Leia is
something
very
that has to do with the
engineering.
structure.
Yeah. And Eve's
Yeah, I
very detailed and fine
Yes.
tuned, and I'm like,
But, I'm trying to be with a looser style. I always
Oh.
try. And so my pop art is actually my loose style.
No way.
Yeah, that was because I
That's
used
interesting.
a messy brush. And it's got rough edges, whereas monoline was my brush from Procreate.
There's nothing messy about those
crisp.
threads.
That's so funny because that's my loose style, because it's not like this. I tried to eliminate the detail. Whereas Leia, yours I think is very sophisticated and clean,
Yeah.
and it makes me feel calm, and it's got this cleanness to it, and I don't know, just sophisticated, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Structured in a different way. Because like you said, your engineering side you pulled from.
That comes up every now and then.
Yeah.
And the
I
beautiful
like
colors too.
Yeah, there's this
like
order,
bright colors,
but freedom to it. I think because you have the geometrics and then you add the botanicals, which is natural. There's this nice, I think it matches my personality. I love looking at it. And then I have the dream of Katie's art that I strive for. And I really try to do that because you can capture things without lots of detail as well. And that quite often shows, it's a real skill to do that, because it's like you know which rules to break and which rules you can't break in order to make this appear the way it is. So there's a freedom to yours that I really enjoy, because you put all these elements together and they all work.
Yes.
And I wish I could do that.
Same here.
And I think it looks effortless what you do.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way.
Which is nice that we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about our styles,
Like you said, we're our biggest critics, so.
Right. And I think it's good to have it fed back to you, because that retreat that I met you guys at, well, we all in the same, what did they call that again? When we were all in the group.
Mastermind.
We weren't allowed to talk. The mastermind, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Mastermind.
Yeah,
we were.
We were. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, because I remember that was the first time I'd ever had an honest feedback coming back to me about my work. And I was like, and that really actually helped define where I went forward, how I moved forward from that. Was that helpful for you guys when you did the mastermind?
Yeah, I remember you said something about mine, and I used...
What did I say?
I used "Bless Your Heart," which, if you're
I
Southern...
thought that was...
Because you thought it was like religious something. And
I
was like,
remember
no.
I didn't know the expression, and I remember I saw something blessed, and I went, "Oh, okay."
She's religious.
No, really, I didn't know, and I'm like,
I know.
Yeah,
I was like, no, they're calling you a dumbass.
I honestly had no idea. I thought that was a really sweet thing to say.
I know, that was so funny.
If you said that to me, I'd be like, thank you so much. Bless your heart. Oh,
Just remember,
it's nice that we now know to better understand stuff like that.
You hear that, you're like, oh no, I did something wrong.
Well, I hear people also say, bless. Is that nice or not?
No,
or is that an
that's
Australian
not nice.
thing? Oh, it's not. Oh,
at least over here, it's not.
I think maybe in Australia it is nice.
Okay.
Because you're like, bless. Like, that's so sweet. It's sort of that kind of...
Here it's the, like, wow, you're an idiot.
Oh, all right.
Bless.
Oh, that's so funny. I had no idea.
If it's comforting in German, if you say, yeah, okay. It's something like kiss my behind, and in Romanian we say that a lot. So I'd be in the first
Oh my god!
And now I'm trying to pay more attention, but it still slips every now and then. Totally unintentionally, of course.
You should say "bless your heart," and no one will know.
Well, that would be the problem. No one would know. Sorry.
Gosh. Yeah, if we say buddy, that's bad.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, buddy is like, hey, buddy. Because it's not an Australian thing to say. Oh, you can say mate. So we say g'day, mate. Like we actually do say that. But that could be good or bad. But buddy is definitely, if someone calls you buddy, you are done. It's not good.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That's so funny. And what key moments or experiences influenced the development of your creative identity, Leah?
Definitely me being a civil engineer.
Mm.
That's the...
I can see it.
Yep, for me, it's pretty obvious, I'm afraid. It's also the thing I like. It's also the theme I made peace with, because I almost stopped. I think we talked about this. I would have loved to study art, and then I went on to study civil engineering in German. That's why Germany today. Hello. And
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Very good. I like that. Well done. Now you're just showing off.
That's all I know. Auf Wiedersehen.
Not yet. Not done.
Gesundheit. Okay, I'm done.
Yep. My studies, my university studies, my technical drawing classes, definitely. And drawing a lot of straight lines without needing any help. And cross-hatch drawings and hatch drawings and the details. That stuff's definitely still there and evolving, but remaining.
What would you say because you've got the structure of the geometrics, but then you also have maybe the softness or the more fluid part of like the botanicals and things, the flowers and the birds?
Yes, well, that's something.
You have it has a movement.
The movement. For
Yeah.
me, it's probably exactly the stuff that led me back to creating. Just the structure and the strictness of geometric motifs didn't have enough movement and freedom and life in it. That's what I'm bringing back with all the organic elements, and that's how I came to integrate resin into my work, where I just need to let go. So all that strictness gets balanced out by the flow and stuff I can't really control. I guess that's art between structure and freedom. It's my thing.
That's beautiful.
Balance.
Yes, the
Striving
balance.
for balance.
Again.
I'm striving for balance. Yeah. How about you, Kate?
Yeah, that was actually because doing an interior design school and doing the drafting and the rendering, and it was the architectural drawings, and so that was very kind of like engineering in a sense, where it's like I had my rulers and I'm like, aligning everything and hatching and all that. And then I think maybe that's what it is now. Like now I'm like, no,
Letting
get away.
Letting go.
Yeah.
Perspective in another direction.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably, and, but I was also taking art classes at the same time. So that probably, of course, I was always like, I want to do art stuff. And so that's, helped me lead more into this maybe free flowing organic.
I kind of regret I didn't do that. Yeah. It's nice that you did that for yourself during your studying for your degree. I should have thought of that.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was like, well, you need to take this amount of classes, so you should just take something. So I was like, all right, here we go.
Nice.
In my last semester, I took guitar classes. and
Ooh,
something else that was totally random, and now I can't remember what it was.
I'm learning stuff about
Yeah.
you guys that
I
I'm loving.
know.
I don't remember how to play the guitar at all or anything like that. So I just took the class and got an A.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was really easy. I just had to show up.
Oh,
He's like A plus.
that's my kind of class.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have any key moments, Eve?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I started with traditional stuff and just that's all I did was just draw because, I'm that old that there was nothing else to do.
You're not that old. You
No,
always
literally,
say that.
in Australia, no, but back in the day in Australia, there were 2 TV channels and that was it. And we also, we had a TV.
5.
Okay, well, that's all right. We had a TV until maybe I was about 10, and then we didn't have any TV for the remainder. They just got rid of it. And so, yeah, it's like I was just drawing the whole time. Yeah, so I just taught myself. But in terms of key moments, I guess it would probably be because I chose to begin my art career while I was in Saudi. And at that time was also a time when we were traveling so much. I think I really love architecture, so I usually always incorporate architecture into a lot of my work. So the environment that I'm in and then culture. It might be a way of me, I want to share because I get really excited about learning new things about different cultures. So I want to share that story in the artwork. And maybe it's a way of me helping to remember it or express it in, expressing your experiences. So I kind of think that's what shapes what I do, but I don't know if it's like a key moment, really. Yeah. So,
That's true.
yeah.
Were there any specific techniques or mediums or mentors that shaped your artistic journey, Kate?
I mean, again, I guess it's my art classes that I did. Specific techniques and mediums. I don't know, since I've switched to my iPad for drawing everything now, because I only did painting for so long, and that was completely different from what I do now. So it's like, I guess that's part of the whole, I don't really think I have a style because I've been all over the place with my painting versus now versus interior design stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Mentors? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that one. What about you, Leo?
One of the persons that definitely had a big influence on me was my great-grandfather, which I talked about, I think, in our first episode or second, that was painting in the backyard while I was small. And then the art teacher from the 5th grade that I encountered by chance and just let me do whatever brought me joy. I'm back to the joy. And definitely the artist that shaped my journey recently is the artist I learned to pour resin from, Stefanietta. Is a German artist renowned for her resin artworks and an innovator, and she's had a big influence on how I found my flow and learned to let go. Yep, I think these 3 persons for now. Certain there are others too, because I love to learn from everyone I meet, if possible, you guys included. But key moments, specific techniques.
Well,
How about you, Eve?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I think because of being a self-taught artist, I didn't really have the mentors. I really wanted a mentor. And so I guess I had mentors from afar in terms of people who were teaching online. So when I switched from traditional to digital, I think Skillshare was like where I just went crazy and like learned everything for Procreate. And then, they say like you should never meet your mentors. Not that this person knew they were my mentor, but it was like, and I understand now, it was sort of like meeting the person, like the Wizard of Oz behind the green curtain, the person behind the curtain. And then you're like, okay. So then I decided I wouldn't ever get a mentor. But I read that book and I love that book, Playing Big, that Leah recommended at that retreat. That was really cool where we met. And I think she talked about making yourself as the mentor, but your future self. And I can't quite remember how she said to do it, but it was like what would your older self, or maybe it was an older person and not yourself. Can you remember, Leah?
Yes, I can.
How it was?
Your
Was it
older version of yourself, the one you strive for, who you want to become.
Yeah, and you have to like, what clothes are they wearing? What do they look like? And man, I
would
was
you be
kooky.
wearing? Yeah. How?
So like, I imagined myself with these massive statement glasses in a muumuu, and I just had like, I was just owned whatever space I was in. For some reason,
I need to send you a video I saw the other day. I've got to send it. I got to remember.
Okay, because I am not a muumuu kind of girl, and now I have to see what this is.
Yeah,
oh God!
And what's even an explanation?
I don't know. She's just like, she's really kooky, and her name is Astrid. Like, who is this person? Anyway, so I was diligent, and I did the work in the book, and I was like, what would Astrid do? And Astrid's just like, she wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Like, she's a real badass. I love her so much. So, sometimes when you're looking for a mentor or something, I just think you've got the answers. In most of the time, you have your answers. And that's, I think, why I get so much value out of talking to you guys, is talking it through and talking with other creatives. You find your own answer by getting the ideas and the sparks from other people. So
there she is. Hello, Astrid.
Yeah. What is it? Beyonce has her like stage name that she like uses when she's
Sasha
doing her
Fierce,
concert.
Was it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Sasha Fierce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So when it's concert time, she changes her personality to Sasha Fierce.
Yeah.
And then she comes back and she's herself again.
But that's great. Work. Yes. What's your work name?
Yeah.
Probably my Catholic name, Hildegard.
Hildegard. Yes. I love that.
Sounds very strict.
Gosh.
I'm not this.
That does not sound Romanian.
It's not. It's my Catholic name. My godmother was named Hildegard, and I got her name too. I'm sticking to Hildegard for my business meetings.
Oh, but that's all part of that, like psyching yourself up and doing that mindsetting, or the mindset shifts of embracing your strength or energy, or changing those things. I really like that you can have your alter ego, or whatever it's called, to depending on what it is you're facing. Like, are we about to do the podcast? What are we going to do? Are you about to have a meeting that's difficult, or do you have to get this creative thing done? And Hildegard gets shit done. Oh, that's so funny.
Very strict. I have to watch it.
Well, now I want a strong name, because Astrid's so airy-fairy. Maybe I'll call her Gertruda.
I like
Gertruda?
Astrid.
Astrid? Ooh.
That's too much, Gertrude. No, Astrid is
Gertrude.
nice. Gertrude.
No, I named my Thermomixes Helga and Gertrude. Yeah. They each are,
Wow.
because it's a very strong German, it's very
Mhm.
strong, powerful. Oh my God, we're getting so sidetracked.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh well. Okay, the next one. Eve, how has your style evolved over time and what factors drove those changes?
Oh my gosh. How's my style evolved over time? I guess I moved from like traditional, like realistic to more stylized, I guess. Again, it's one of those things that's hard to look at because it's sort of such a subjective thing when you're looking at your own work. And I think what helped in becoming stylized, I think what I mentioned to you, Katie, is that, and maybe it is your training in art, you did those classes, is that you did learn those rules, and even through your design work, so that when you are creating your art, it's so fluid. So I think that helped me in a little way because I was doing like the true structure and form in realistic images and landscapes and things with traditional mediums, that when it came time to doing it digitally, that and stylized, that it helped me know which rules I could break, and what I couldn't. So I think that helped in changing my artwork from traditional and very detailed oriented to apparently I am still detail oriented, but perhaps not as much as I was, which allows me to do more stylized stuff and bright colors and colors that shouldn't really be there in a realistic setting, but I put them in there. Yeah, so I don't know if that answers the question.
Yeah, so
I guess. Okay. And what about you, Leah? What did you find evolved over time, and what drove those changes?
my artistic style definitely adapted to my needs and my planning and my because for example, when I discovered resin, I can't pour resin at home, for example, in this room where I usually can paint with watercolors or work on my computer. I need a proper studio for that and safety equipment to work with the resin. So I cannot work with resin all the time or as much as I would like to. I need something in between. And then I started drawing in Procreate too and building these collages and just mixing it up in order to create more and more elaborate works and different types of works, digital collages and digital extensions and stuff. So I guess my style evolved in the sense that I needed something to be able to be creative whenever, wherever I was. That's the way my style evolved. Whether I'm at home or on the road or in the studio, I have a medium or stuff to do and be creative no matter where. How about you, Kate?
yeah, they're gonna laugh. But I think part of my style is what it is now is probably because I'm kind of lazy.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to. Whatever works.
So it's more of I used to I still am like with work and regular work and very detail oriented, and then I would always be very detail oriented. But I guess now I'm just like I try to limit, I guess, as much as possible, like with the color choices, and then like how many, I guess, small details I'm doing, or like where the details matter. So I'm just like, okay, we're going to do this, and I'm only going to do this amount, and then that's it. Because I want to get it done as quickly as possible and not have to stress over it. And I'm just like, all right, here we go. And so it's just like, all right.
But that's a really good thing to have, because a lot of people won't stop when it's done. So then they'll keep going back to it and changing it. And so that's a really, like, a skill that is really difficult to have, I think, that people strive for. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've definitely gone back, especially when my first like digital art things, and I'd go back and I've pulled some of those motifs back in, and I've like recolored them, since back then it was definitely bad. And so, but that was, I guess, like 4 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at least that's probably another part of the creative, when I can't think of anything and I'll just go back and look at something old and repurpose. Again, I think that's kind of lazy, but
it's also smart. Like, that's working smart for sure.
Yep, I think so too.
Well,
yeah.
Not lazy.
I'll take that.
So for our next question, Leah, do you feel your style is a reflection of your personality or a response to external influences?
Probably both, because I do like my structure and I do need to learn to let go more often. And I like to be playful, even if that's not for everybody or for people who don't know me very well. But I do like to hide certain surprises in my paintings, especially with the digital extensions. Like, people are so reticent nowadays to scan a QR code, for example, or to download yet another app. And I usually think, okay, so this collage is telling this story for me from my point of view, and I can translate it into this digital extension, which is actually an extension of the story I'm telling. So I am going to reward the brave that actually download the app and scan the QR code and figure out what's behind it. So that's definitely a sign for my personality, for my playful Gemini personality. But it's a response to external influence also, because nowadays people, or we tend to be pretty superficial with small talk and stuff like that. So only when you take the time and invest the patience and really want to get to know someone, you discover the gems too, So yeah, that's my blend. That's my jam. How about you, Kate? External influences or your personality?
I think it's definitely both, for sure. Yeah, it's hard not to let outside factors affect you when you're. At least I think, or at least for me, I tend to absorb, and then I get mad and stubborn, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it this way. But yeah, mine's definitely a mesh of both, for sure. Yeah, I don't have a very good answer for that one.
You already answered.
What about you, Eve?
Samesies.
Yeah.
Yes, both samesies. Yeah, for sure, it's both, because I think part of it is I make things because it makes other people happy. So that could be an external influence. So in the little community that I live in Saudi, I love creating work that resonates with them, probably because no one else there really does it. So I know it's nice for them to have it. And then they really like I made a jigsaw puzzle of our like university and community, and even the book that I just made was for them as well. So I do that, which is like an external influence. But then it's kind of my personality, because I like to create something that makes people happy. So I guess that's both. And then it's external again, in terms of I'm not so much influenced by other artists and things like that. but it's the environment and the culture and the travel that, so yeah, just the experience, which is again both. It's what you're seeing, but also what you're experiencing, which is an internal thing. So yeah, I think it's both.
Nice. Thank you for sharing, for letting me learn more about you guys.
Yeah, you guys too. It's always interesting.
Definitely with such a topic I was afraid of. So that's it for today's episode of Art Table Talks. We hope that by discussing our own artistic styles, we helped you better understand yours. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
That wraps up this episode of Art Table Talks. Thanks for joining us on today's topic.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with a fellow artist or art enthusiast.
We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, and if you'd like to leave us a message, you can find all our links in the show notes. We'll see you next time.